so listen, I don't need to go to the border on taxpayer dollars just to pull a publicity stunt. I work on this issue with my colleagues in Washington on a regular basis.
The question becomes, what do you do about it? Oregon has joined more than 20 states who are sending National Guard members to assist agents overwhelmed at the border. I want to get your take on what the answer is, because Michigan Democrat Congresswoman Debbie Dingell was on in the program earlier, and I asked her who's to blame for this crisis. Here's what she said. Problem did not get worse under Joe Biden.
It's a real problem in this country, but drugs have been a problem. We've had a war on drugs since Ronald Reagan.
Things have accelerated under Joe Biden because of the wide open border. Agreed?
We're all trying to work on the border.
And I just think it's an absolute dereliction of duty. If you see a problem and if we agree that we need to address it, then if you're a leader, participate in a solution. Right? When we first came in office, the first bill that we proposed was for a pathway for citizenship, was to fix a broken immigration system, which was broken under the previous administration.
Kamala Harris was on late night TV last night, and she was asked about the border by Seth Meyers. She's turning it around on Republicans. Congresswoman, your reaction?
Well, to be honest with you, I am sick and tired of her. She's completely useless. She's never cared to come here to South Texas and come and see what her policies and the Biden administration's policies are doing to us here in South Texas. She needs to come to South Texas and see the reality. If she wants to help immigrants, if the Biden administration wants to help immigrants, if Vicente Gonzalez wants to help immigrants, why not focus on the legal process? Let's improve the legal process to allow good people that want to come here to accomplish the American dream to work hard. We want immigrants to come here, but legally. So let's focus on legal immigration, not illegal immigration.
I find it interesting how preoccupied you are with this at a time when people can't afford groceries, people can't afford to walk down the streets safely. Let's focus on the significant issues right now, Tim.
Thank you, candidate.
Whether it was the fight for 15, whether it was the fight for the rights of immigrants in our state to get a driver's license, to be able to go to college here in our university system at the in-state tuition rate, as it should be. And the right.
Now, here's the thing. If you're in Ohio and you've seen these ridiculous commercials that Tim Ryan runs telling dishonest truth, dishonest lies about my nonprofit organization, it's paid by pharmaceutical blood money, because the very same corporations that caused this poison to come into our country in the first place have funded your campaign to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. Why are the people who've gotten rich off the opioid epidemic funding Tim Ryan and attacking me? The answer is obvious, because this guy is the biggest fan of pharma, and he's the biggest fan of illegal pharma, which is the Mexican drug cartels that are bringing this poison into our country.
I just need a chance.
When you look at our most recent NBC poll here and you ask folks, what is the single most important issue that's going to drive your vote in this year's midterm elections? A combined 34% cite either jobs in the economy or inflation. Combine those two, that's the biggest single number you're going to get. And on that question, the Republicans have a nearly 30-point advantage over the Democrats.
He's an enormous asset. I mean, look at what he's been able to accomplish in terms of getting hundreds of millions of shots in arms and getting important life-changing legislation passed, just like the infrastructure bill. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden, I was proud to stand with him at the site of the bridge collapse, and because he gets it. I mean, this is a man, as I said earlier, that ran on infrastructure and as president delivered on infrastructure and then showed up hours after it happened to drive home the importance of infrastructure. So every Democrat is going to be proud to stand with Joe Biden, because Joe Biden has delivered for not only Pennsylvania, but for our country. And as we continue to sort out whether it's the pandemic or these other issues related to it, it's going to be abundantly clear that this is the kind of leadership that our country, and why we voted for Joe Biden to be president in the first place.